Btr can steal, and they have been able to steal it twice, winning them the team fight twice.
It's been utilized in a very, very good way, giving them that extra punch, especially when the XCA is not online.
Going all in on towards K this time, has no flicker. Well, has the flicker, but will not use it, and will be punished topside.
Good reaction from Rrq, just spending more members, trying to push out, make this game uncomfortable for Iman. And I think Rrq is just trying to slowly creep in and get their items, get their laners online, get their power spikes going on. But again, you have to be wary of Moreno.
They're still playing for Skylar a lot. They have Corrosion Sights. He's actually 500 gold up now compared to the Ixia. So he will have the Golden Staff first over the DHS for the Ixia. But they're actually not too far apart from each other. Only 600 gold. Not any game changer, just a significant advantage. And Angela will actually be the one who gets sent up top to clear out the waves against Skylar. Not too sure about this because Skylar can really ignore Key. Goes in, has the brace, but actually does that much damage with one combo. Iman.
Let's see. Stuck. Hard guard committed as well, but the damage now. Iman will not survive. The Swan Song will be there, but the pull will not be enough to terrify Moreno. Finding the count play, perhaps. Octa taken out. Brusco on the backside looking for a reinforcement. But on the other side of the map, it's Skylar. Solo killed by Super Ken.
So much going on in the 3 lanes. You saw again the Swan Song being stolen, and that was the saving grace for Bigatron to get out of that terrible ordeal. But then you saw Skylar getting 1v1 by Super Ken with a Baxia. So now it's just a swing on both sides.
Oh, I don't think they should commit, but Princess Wrath will be triggered. And Moreno will be A-OK for now. 8 minutes in. It's a very healthy lead here that Bigatron has built. Oh, Super Ken now top side. Hovered by the hard guard, but no, it will not be committed.
Not yet. Btr are still holding on to the gold lead, by the way, despite Iman being 0-2. Moreno and Super Ken, like you mentioned, have been really, really good. Super Ken's been able to find these angles. Hold up, Key getting engaged on, has that flicker, so he will be able to get out to safety. Lord JM actually picks up a turret, and look at this maneuver.
Oh, dashed in towards Brusco, but of course, Rrq does not want to fight just yet.
They're trying to wait out, especially when Bigatron having all their laners ready to keep on fighting Super Ken with the Angela shielded behind him. Will always have a good time hitting in the front line. So the Ixia could just play behind it, play far back, especially when you have the range, when you have the full barrage. So Iman, it's going to be a safe and sound game for him. And Arad so far, not really getting the leads that he wants to. And Super Ken is just so oppressive, just rolling around, making space, creating space, and also taking space in these jungles.
Rrq are playing so well with Skylar. Irad's constantly invading, overextending, but for a good reason, because they have the Mathilda. He can actually afford to overextend to give Skylar more space to pick up these turrets on a carry, mind you. He is sieging these turrets down on a very short-ranged MM, so he needs the space that Rrq have been creating. Still, global presence now for Btr. They have an Angela up top that can constantly slow push, and for Btr, they can just play the long game around these neutral objectives. Rrq are the ones who have to make a decision, but they don't have to completely rush it first. Now they respect the Angela. They have to stay decisive. How do they take this fight? Bottom lane slow push too. Btr have more control, and they will utilize it.
Indeed, the Angela does not really need to participate in this little pokes, little skirmishes as well, because you always have that global presence. So far for Bigatron, they just have to wait for this engage to go on.
Good knock up, good full barrage, but it seems like now with the Swan Song, final barrage will find its mark. It's a 1-for-1. Octa taken out his long side gone, and take a look at Bigatron. They move onwards. They want a rad, and they get the triple.
Maniac.
Is this a maniac now? Iman will not have a range, but Skylar will be left all alone as Bigatron, they show force in the mid game.
They win that fight, and that was again so clutch from Moreno. And Man follows up through with the full barrage. and they set their eyes on the Lord.
A disconnected team fight for RRQ. They had to make a decision there, to be fair. It was a forced error by BTR with a slow push up top already. They would have lost a turret, and BTR were very, very happy to play the long game. They decided to fight, but they did not have the right targets in mind. As much as Iman is behind, by the way, he died 2 times. I kept on looking back to the stage to see his gold, and he was only 200 to 100 gold behind of Skylar. So maybe for RRQ, the miscalculation was they thought Iman would deal no damage. Turns out he is still very well farmed despite dying twice, and that was the miscalculation that turned the fight around for BTR. Iman dealing that much damage, RRQ targeting Lord JM of all people, who could sustain and could stay in front for a while, and then Moreno cleaning up with that Swan Song steal. The big ultimate that RRQ gave BTR on a silver platter with that pick into a Valentina.
I couldn't agree more. I think Iman was underestimated, but he's still well farmed. Opens up the full barrage, and look at the pressure they can exert. Of course, 3 lanes all having prio up top, slow push coming in. The Lord trying to knock down the tier 2 turret now. So far, for Bigatron, it's all looking so smooth and swimmingly for them. RRQ, they need a moment, and so far, Dawn of the Tamas hasn't really been able to really just be a disruption in the side lanes, jumping to the back line, just dishing out the damage needed to be able to win them the fights.
We have to talk about the elephant in the room, man. Moreno is completely gapping Octa in this mid lane the whole game. Superkid's walking them down.
Oh, Puissance now. Oh, Circling Eagle on towards backside, connecting on towards Lord JM. But Iman with the final barrage, finding, helping, assisting. Moreno finds a double. And now let's see Bigatron, who will find 3 bodies. Oh, Moreno! Perhaps more! More of Moreno, who finds also the double kill.
That was insane! Super Ken walked in
Holy
with his
moly.
chest up high,
They can end.
and they looking to end this for Bigatron.
They were once again the lab rats, but now Sand Skylar all alone. All turrets now Skylar. Last man standing with a major pop, but it will not be enough as Iman finds the unstoppable. Iman has the minions, finds the attack speed as well. The damage wide open.
Minions,
minions!
Not yet! Minions! Full barrage opened up and finds a monster, but it seems like Octa with the Swan Song will not be able to defend the base. It will be another wiped out.